Number one, my name is Rami. This is the Black Tech Experience, about inspiring, innovating, and breaking down barriers. And today I'm talking to you about why I failed my Google internship. So let's start off by giving you a little bit of background of where I was at going into my Google internship. So when I left high school, I had a bad experience with computer science. My teacher, I took a computer science class and I thought it was easy, and I wanted to go into a higher level one where I could learn things like programming in Java. My teacher didn't feel like she wanted me in her class. She fought extremely hard to keep me out of her class until a guidance counselor told her that she could not do that. And so when I came to Fisk University, HBCU, shout out y'all, shout out us. When I came to Fisk, I did not like computer science because I wanted to be where I was celebrated, not someplace where I had to fight to get in. And so Google has this program. It's called Google in Residence. I don't know if it's still active today, but they sent Google engineers to take a break from their daily working routine to go teach at historically Black colleges like Fisk University. And so I met this guy. He was Black. He was unapologetically Black, just like I'm trying to be for you guys right now. And it really just made me feel like I could be a software engineer. I think that's so big, like a part of representation, right? Seeing somebody that looks like you be good at something, it opens your mind to the possibility that it could be you. And I've had other people, some of my friends, tell me that they didn't think they could be a programmer until they met me and they see that I'm not just this god of intelligence. I make mistakes. I say things that I don't know about. Once they met me, they felt like they could be a programmer as well. And so that was really important. So when I first was at Fisk, this Black engineer, my teacher, was urging me to apply for the Google internship, right? He saw potential in me, but I felt like an imposter. I didn't feel like I was good enough. And so when it came around time to apply, I applied late. I applied a week later than I should have. And because of that, when the time came around to apply for my Google internship, I procrastinated. And then a week after I was supposed to turn the stuff in, I tried to apply and they were like, "Oh, we'll put you on the wait list." And so a friend of mine, he ended up getting into the Google internship program. And it really just solidified to me that like getting into Google was possible. I just had to put in the work. And so when the next year rolled around, I was studying, I was doing mock interviews, and I was working really hard with the next Google in Residence program teacher. And I ended up getting it. And so that was a pivotal moment. Like I felt like I made it. Like there's been many times in my career where I have had success and I have thought to myself that I no longer have to work hard. That's further from the truth. Just because even if you guys get a fame job, right? You get to the next level, you become a lawyer, you start making that 6 figures or whatever. The work only starts over because once you make that 6 figures, or once you achieve that goal that you're setting out for, you realize you have to maintain it. And maintaining your position is just as hard as actually fighting to get it. And so when I was a Google intern, I would say I was in over my head. Like I said yes to everything. Like I picked this C++ project and I had no background in C. And so I was useless. And I was reading these massive 1,000,000-line code bases when I had only come from the background of a student. And I just don't think that was the best project for me. And also within that, I was a very undisciplined and young, immature kid, right? Like when I think about my competitors, some parents have been preparing their children to get into Google since they were 13. I've met people whose parents have been software engineers who have been living in a city like Seattle or California, and they are at Google, right? And they are comparing me to these guys. And so I didn't make the most of that opportunity. I established a good relationship, but it just felt like to me that I should have picked something that was a lot more simple. Maybe that wasn't the best project for me. And I think that I just had to go through it. Like, failure is such a motivator. I think from that experience of not getting a return offer from Google, I decided to dedicate myself completely to being a software engineer. I changed my major. Like when I went into college, I didn't even know what I wanted to be. I just said math, right? I changed my major to computer science, and I started studying lead code intensely. And so, if I have any advice for you guys as you get these internships, or maybe those people that feel bad because they didn't get an internship with the company, it's all a part of the game, and life is not a linear ups of success. I think when I look at other creators that are software engineers, they portray this life of being in fame like it's so pretty. I just win and things don't happen, and they gloss over the else that it took to get there. But for me, I want you to know that things might not always go your way in your career, but you can always turn each and every loss into a learning opportunity. And if you've ever dealt with imposter syndrome, let me know in the comments how you overcame it. How are you doing on your internship? And I guess that'll be it. See ya.